But I will be speaking to the converted and speaking to people who I know much more about than I do and don't have to be persuaded. And so I really want to just welcome you and endorse the fact that UCT has aligned itself with the International Open Education Week. UCT was an early signatory of something called the Cape Town Open Education Declaration in 2007, before I arrived, and instituted its own open content portal for education resources in 2010. The Cape Town Declaration stresses the democratic potential of education, which builds on the collaborative, interactive potential of the Internet in providing access to a wider community and promoting a participatory culture of learning, creating, sharing, and cooperation. This is not a matter of educational content only, but of the leveraging of the technologies to support collaborative and flexible learning and opening up the sharing of teaching practices, not only because we can improve them for everyone, but because we can extend them to people who don't have access to any high-quality educational resources. I think it's interesting that the government has just recently, in the last month, 6 weeks, published the Green Paper on Post-School Education and Training. And in the Green Paper, there is some attention paid to what they call the need to democratize and transform education, and to support additional funding for the collaborative development of what they call, and I'm quoting, well-designed and high-quality learning resources that build on the expertise and experience of top scholars and educators, moving beyond lecture-based strategies. Technology use is identified in the Green Paper as a core resource for the delivery of efficiencies and transformative development in reaching more students in an under-resourced environment. So we have a policy document, a very recent and new one, fresh one, that we hope will not only support this in policy terms, but support this ultimately financially. I don't have to tell you that internationally, the trend is big and widespread, and that there are policies and examples in universities across the world and numerous international initiatives. The message is that open education resources, also strongly supported by UNESCO and the governments, are now mainstream and a powerful tool for education capacity. The challenges, I suspect, are only partly technological, as we know, in many institutions, in many universities, especially universities that are more traditional, as UCT is. The challenges are often the attitudes of staff and the willingness of academics to embrace this, and their fears around issues such as the control of the material, the personal touches that they put into teaching, which they feel should not simply be available to everyone if they are not the direct owners and deliverers of that material, concerns about intellectual property, concerns about the additional work required to prepare teaching materials at a level that they would be comfortable would be broadcast and available publicly, rather than simply delivered verbally in a lecture. And so the need to show that this that it works and that its value justifies all of that work and those concerns is the task of groups like this, who, as I say, are already converted, already committed and protagonists of the group, of the cause of open education and open education resources. One of the things I think we need to do is to find ways of creating incentives for academics to be involved. In the way that we create incentives for people to deliver research, the quality of open education resources is much more amenable to evaluation, to assessing its popularity, how widely it is used, because people have the options on the internet to select any number, from a large range of offerings of open education resources. And one of the tools that I hope we can use to ultimately spread this, to get people to take this on, is to have something akin to a citation system in academic research, where the number of people around the world who are using your OERs, while not paying for them, but it's recorded and there's a reflection on the quality of your OER, through having produced OERs that are widely used and widely appreciated. I want to finally extend a special word of appreciation to our colleagues from UWC and the University of Stellenbosch who joined us today. We hope that you'll continue to partner with us in these initiatives. Clearly the whole message of open education is that it is collaborative and cooperative and interactive and not geographically restricted to a particular classroom or a particular institution. So I'm afraid I won't be with you for the whole afternoon. I'll be with you for the first 1.5 sessions, which I look forward to attending, and I wish you a very